Okay, so standing, feet shoulder width apart, knees just softly bent. Back is nice and straight. Chin gently drawn back. Tailbone softly pushed forwards. Tailbone sitting down. Making this move from the very core of our bodies, we can gently look back over our shoulders and see how the spine feels. And try the other side, assessing the back as we go, and then releasing the waist and letting the turn begin. So this exercise can be done sitting down on a stool as well. And the great power of Qigong, Zheneng Qigong, is that you could also do this exercise lying down and just imagine yourself doing the exercise. So if there are any parts of the exercise that feel uncomfortable, you can just stand still and imagine your body is completely capable of doing the exercise. And slowly by slowly, your body will start to understand and believe and will be able to do the exercise. So it's a really inch by inch, millimeter by millimeter affair, getting the body starting again. But using the mind is a very powerful tool. So today we're dealing with consciousness. The conundrum for so many years, since 1928 in fact, has been physics versus quantum physics. Since Max Planck came up with his idea of quantum physics, somehow the two sides of the argument have never quite managed to see eye to eye, basically because the competing theories, Einstein on one side and Max Planck on the other, and neither the twain shall meet. However, these days we're beginning to understand that quantum theory isn't to do so much with the, well, I suppose that's not right. I won't say that. I was going to say isn't so much to do with the real world, but actually what we're really, where we finally realize quantum theory fits in is when we look at consciousness. So if we think about the macro, about our daily life, the laws of physics, we understand that, sort of gravity operates on things, and, if you push something, there's pushback, equal and opposite reactions and all this sort of stuff. That's just normal physics, and that governs our daily life. But we now discover that the levels that Max Planck was working at and his quantum theory, the smallest unit of the entire universe, a quanta, which I can never remember the number. It's sort of, 10 to the minus 64, some sort of ridiculous, crazy small number. And that is apparently the smallest item in our entire universe. Well, Dr. Pang has the same theory as well. He says that Yi Yuan Ti theory, his Yi Yuan Ti theory has Yi Yuan Ti, and Yi Yuan Ti is the smallest building block, the equivalent of a quant in Max Planck's theory. And of course, Dr. Pang also suggests that this tiny indivisible unit is the ground of the entire universe, but also the ground of consciousness. And so finally, quantum science is catching up, and people are understanding that consciousness is what's being driven by these extraordinarily small, fine granules of our universe, the tiniest pixels of our universe. And Dr. Pang had that theory already. Well, yeah, and his theory was being constructed in around the 1970s and 1980s, but it's slowly sort of coming to the West now to be understood as well. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about our consciousness. So as I mentioned, you could do this exercise lying down and just imagining your body healing. But because we can't really tell the difference, our brains are quite basic machines, actually. They can't really tell the difference between reality, what you're experiencing, looking through your eyes and listening through your ears. Can't really tell the difference between that and, for instance, going on a roller coaster, watching a horror movie, watching a film about war, whatever it might be. All of those things are just taken in via the same sense processing. And we can see images of violence and listen to sounds of violence, and your brain can easily be fooled into thinking that that may be a threat to you. And that's why people, I don't say me, but I say people enjoy going on a roller coaster, enjoy adrenaline sports and things like that, because that is a controlled way of scaring your body and making your whole body scream, and then letting all the endorphins out that go along with that. And your body can't tell whether it's, your mind can't tell whether it's a controlled experience or not. It just thinks, And so, we have this tendency to give our bodies a bit of a thrill from time to time, but it's our minds that can't really tell the difference between whether you're actually experiencing something terrifying or whether you're pretending to experience something terrifying. It all just seems terrifying to the body. Adrenaline rushes out, cortisol rushes out, all the endorphins flow. You go into fight or flight mode, your heart starts to pump. All of these things are exactly the same reaction as if someone had just put a gun to your temple. And so, yes, the brain doesn't really, at some basic level, it knows that that it's more or less safe, but 95% of the experience, it appears very real to the brain. So the consciousness, it's interesting. Where does consciousness reside? Well, I think that in one basic image, you might use something like cloud computing as an idea. You have all of this computers all around the globe linked together to make one big connection of computers, I suppose. And you store your pictures up there on your phone. You don't know really where they live. They might be in a data center in Nevada, split over another data center in Taipei, etc., etc. But you just assume that's how it works. And then when you want to call them back, you call them back. And when you want to push more photos up, you push them up. And so the idea is that your localized device is connected to the wider device. So perhaps consciousness functions on the same basis. Perhaps we have a local consciousness, and perhaps we are constantly plugged into the consciousness of the entire universe. The left-hand logical side of our brain doesn't really like to be plugged into the universe and be a universal consciousness. It likes us to be in our bodies and scared, I suppose, contained. But as soon as we can take the left side of our brain offline, if you'll forgive the computing analogy going even further, as soon as you can take the left-hand side of your brain offline, it's possible for the right-hand side of the brain to start connecting with the wider consciousness. So the suggestion is that Yi Yuan Ti, three Chinese words, Yi, Yuan, and Ti. Yuan being the same term as in Hun Yuan, Qi, the finest Qi of the universe. Yuan is also the Chinese currency. I mean, Yuan has lots of kind of applications, but it suggests, the word suggests a kind of, entirety. Let's take this to the second level of exercise. Let's stretch out a bit further. So Y in Chinese is mind, that kind of thing. And then Yuan is this entirety. Ti, I wish I could remember how Ti translates, but you're getting the idea of inside your brain, this idea, Yi Yuan Ti, is your conscious mind, as it were. And this is the finest chi inside a human body, the very smallest indivisible block of chi inside a human body. And it's exceptionally comparable to the finest universal chi of the entire universe. So they call it human Hunyuan Chi, and then universal Hunyuan Chi. The reason it's called human is because it's part of you as opposed to part of the universe. You get the idea. And I think it's like nested inside the universe, as it were. So we have a very similar type of chi in our brains and in every cell, I think. I don't think it's just brain cells. I think it's in every cell of the body we have this kind of consciousness. So our entire body is consciousness. And that is how we bring about healing, is to find our connection to consciousness. And the question, of course, is how do we find our connection to consciousness? Well, meditation is one of those ideas, but I don't think meditation goes far enough. I think the point behind meditation, as I always say, is to learn how to control your mind. But I think we need further tools than just controlling the mind. And so today we're going to experience Dr. Pang's meditation, Eng, E-N-G. So we're almost finished now, but just to remind you that when we were doing our tones, the liver tones and the kidney tones and so forth, very often the tone would end in ng, ling. So we have a favorite saying for Qigong teachers, Hun Yuan Ling Tong. Hun Yuan Qi, Ling Tong. I always translate it as Qi consciousness creates miracles. Hun Yuan Ling Tong. And there's that tone again. So we're going to say E-N-G for a while and see if we can find our conscious connection. Let the whole exercise slow, till it comes to a stop, and we can gather some chi, lift chi up and pull chi down. Gathering chi, pouring chi through the body. Focusing chi into the belly. Gathering and drawing the chi. Drawing the chi deep inside. Whole body relaxes. Feel your universal connection. Okay, let's do some simple forward and back bends. Lift up. Gently tip over the head, the arms, the ears. Roll into the upper back, the middle back, lower back. Let the body hang down. Let the knees be soft. Back of the neck is soft and relaxed. Whole body hangs. Gently drift towards the toes and release. In line with the roots of our toes and release. Toward the insteps and release. Back toward the heels. Relax and release, let the body hang. Lift the tailbone up behind, push the tailbone to the front, start to roll the spine up. Head, arms, and ears gently gather. Draw up, up, up to full height. Release the knees and hips forward as you lean back. Stretch up and gently back. Up and back. up, and gently back. Right. Hands up into the blue sky. Left hand curls down. Right side of the body open. Right hand curls down. Left side of the body open. Down on the left. Down on the right. Good. Bring the hands up into the blue sky. Stretching up. Tipping over the head, the arms, the ears. Upper back, middle back, and lower back. Sink and relax. Body hangs. Stretch softly down towards the toes. And release. In line with the roots of the toes. And release. Toward the insteps. And release. Toward the heel. Relax and release, let the body hang. Tailbone lifts up behind. Tailbone pushes to the front. Spine gently rolls up. Head, arms, and ears gently roll up. Stretch up into the blue sky. Knees and hips drift forward as you lean back. Up and back. Up and back. Up and back. Stretch up into the blue sky. Left hand curl down. Down on the right side. On the left. And on the right. Stretch hands up into the blue sky. Let's do this with straight legs, just to give ourselves an extra little hamstring stretch. Stretching up, nice straight legs. Tip over the head, the arms, the ears. The body gently roll down, sink down, settle down. Keep the legs straight. Softly move towards the toes. And release. In line with the roots of the toes. And release. Moving towards the insteps. And release. Back toward the heels. Release, relax, body hangs. Tailbone lifts up behind. Tailbone pushes to the front. Spine rolls up with head, arms, and ears. Stretch up to the blue sky. Drift the knees and hips forward. You can move back. Up and gently back. Up and gently back. Up and gently back. Stretching up. Left hand curls down. Down on the right hand side. On the left. And on the right. Good. Draw the hands up into the blue sky. Last time then, straight legs, stretching up, head, arms, and ears tip over. Middle back, lower back. Let the body hang down and relax, nice and easy. Back of the neck is nice and soft. Tummy is tucked. Extend gently to the toes. And release. In line with the roots of our toes. And release. Heading towards the insteps. And release. Back toward the heels. Body relaxes and hangs. Tailbone lifts up behind. Tailbone pushes to the front. Spine rolls up. Head, arms, and ears gently roll up. Stretching up into the blue sky. Knees and hips drift forward. You can lean back. Up. And gently back. Up. And gently back. Up. And gently back. Great. Stretching up into the blue sky. Let the left hand arc down, right side of the body opens. Down on the right side. Let the left open. On the left. And on the right. Very good. Draw the hands up into the blue sky. Just gently release the hands down. And let's just gather some chi. So the hands plug into the earth and lift chi up. Gently pour down. Draw the chi down. Move the chi deep into the core of you. Release the hands. Chi flows. Again. And pour. Focusing all the chi deep into the core of your belly. Relaxing, allowing chi to flow. And again. Pouring chi, drawing chi. Deep into the core of you. The hands relax. Chi flows down the legs. Once more we gather. This time we're just aiming for the belly. Okay, bring chi down. Draw chi deep into the core. And then just let the hands settle on the tummy. Okay, so in a moment we're going to sit down. So if you want to sort of position yourself by a chair so that you can sit comfortably. We're just focusing everything into the core of our body. The whole of the body relaxes. We just feel that lovely connection from the earth, flowing chi up into the body. From the heavens, pouring chi down into the body. This wonderful ability to gather chi in the very core. Our body relaxes. And the mind goes quiet. So the cognitive mind, we want to keep it quiet and relaxed. We want to keep it out of the way so that we can call on our conscious self, call on our connection to the universe, call on our unity consciousness. So we'll let the mind quieten, let it settle. Bring the mind deep into the belly, let it relax. We can feel through the whole body. Just imagine turning your head into chi, letting it dissolve. Your shoulders turning into chi. All the neck and shoulders and down to the arms. Gently turning into chi. All of the spine becomes chi. The ribs become chi. Upper torso, middle and lower torso dissolve into chi. Down to the hips and pelvis become chi. Tailbone becomes chi. Thighs become chi. Knees, calves, ankles, feet. Whole of your body dissolves into chi. Allow the chi to relax into the chi field around you. Feel the chi field around you. So no longer the solid version of you. Now you're able to gently dissolve into the chi field. Whole body relaxes into the chi field. How far can you relax to the chi field? You can feel the space around you. Perhaps you can feel the building you're working in. Perhaps you can feel into the nature around that. Even if you're in a city, there's many trees and animals, grass, gardens. Expand out to the wider countryside. Expand out over your country, over your continent. We gently keep expanding until eventually we have a perfect bird's eye view of the world below us, our beautiful blue planet. Look around and imagine the solar system, the sun and the other planets. Think even further, Milky Way. Think even further, the whole of our galaxy. Even further, feel our universe. Everything in this universe is made from Yi Yuan Ti, the tiniest building block of chi. This is undifferentiated chi, a soup of this amazing energy just waiting to be used. So often in our lives, we feel there's a lack of something, limited resources. But at this level of expansion, it becomes clear that our vast and infinite universe is just waiting. Your consciousness blends with the consciousness of the entire universe. You can change the information in your life. You can draw good information back into your life. Allow your life to take on this new healing information, like bringing back the blueprint of your life. Bring back good information so we can start thinking about the journey back and find our galaxy, solar system. Find our way gently back to our blue planet, to our continent, country, city or town or village or countryside, and then house, workspace. Here we are, back in our bodies. Think for a moment about the universe, and then think again about your body, and feel the connection between the two, and know that it's possible to draw back the blueprints of your life, healing information deep inside. But how do we clarify this connection? How do we find this connection and strengthen it? So Dr. Pang's idea was to say Eng, E-N-G. It almost sounds like E-N, and the G is quite silent. And he suggests you say it softly at first, and get louder, then it goes soft again. Sometimes when I've practiced in China, people just completely drop out and go silent. And then 10 minutes later might just start again. Eng, eng, eng. So when you say eng, It's about finding a tone that sounds like it's calling your Yi Yuan Ti, calling your consciousness. So for me, a really deep tone is not going to work because it feels like it's down in my belly. So we have this differentiation between head tones and body tones. So if I say eng, 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 something higher, it tends to sound like it's calling in my head. And that's where I kind of expect to see my consciousness. Maybe it's not located there, but it feels right to me. So I tend to use eng, 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 slightly higher tone. So if you find that you want to say eng, and then you want to say it very softly, eng, then you want to stop. Perhaps you want to hum it quietly. Perhaps you want to say nothing at all and just listen. That's perfect. And then sometimes you suddenly think, oh, I feel better now from that. I'm just going to start again. You can start quietly. Eng, eng. So we're just going to sit this morning and call eng. Don't expect anything. Don't expect any sensation. And sometimes you find yourself kind of centering in to the center of your brain. What is the center of your brain? Pineal, pituitary, doesn't really matter. It's in there somewhere. And sometimes, perhaps, I feel that that might be where the seat of my consciousness resides. Sometimes you can feel it kind of illuminating, perhaps, and perhaps I'm putting too much on it, suggesting too much. You have your experience of it and see how it feels. And also, you might feel you want to go into a low tone. That's also no problem either. Whatever seems right to you. And so we'll just take a comfortable seat, something that's a sustainable posture. And I have the recording of Dr. Pang. Hopefully we can make it loud enough so that you can hear Dr. Pang too. Dr. Pang has a few words to introduce the practice. Then we go straight into it. Many times, loud, dissolving into silence. Short tones first, longer tones as you get to know your Yuan Ti better. Just let it slowly fade. Just a few last ones. Just let the whole thing fold into silence. Feel the center of your brain. Feel your conscious connection out into the universe. Feel your ability to draw healing chi from the universe deep inside you. All functions of your body returning to perfect working order. All functions of your body returning to perfect working order. The consciousness of the universe guides your body to heal. All functions of your body returning to perfect working order. All functions of the body normal. All functions normal. Let's just draw the hands onto the belly and hold the hands there for a moment. Lower dantian chi abundant. Whole body abundant chi. Blood and chi flowing well. Okay, so we can slowly start to open our eyes. Let's draw 3 circles around the belly button. Gathering energy, holding energy inside. We go back in the opposite direction. Very good. Okay. So if you'd like to unmute yourselves, we can say howla together. We can put the hands up in the air. 1, 2. Ha-la. 1, 2. Ha-la. 1, 2. Ha-la. Thank you very much for being here today. This will go up onto YouTube, so if you'd like to listen to it again, you'd be more than welcome. And I should really encourage people to put comments underneath as well. Just let me know how you felt the whole experience was. So I'll post it up on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Thanks.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.